In fact, nearly half of their shots come from outside the arc on a nightly basis. That's the most in the league. Here is Kyrie Irving. Powell. Everybody getting a touch. Luka will try for three. Rebound, Valanciunas. Won one of their 3 games out west. They still have another West Coast road trip on the schedule. Off of the turnover, and you can see Doncic wincing as he heads up the floor, dealing with that thigh issue. Won one of their 3 games out west. They still have another West Coast road trip on the schedule. Off of the turnover, and you can see Doncic wincing as he heads up the floor, dealing with that thigh issue. Well, it speaks to what all the coaches and players around the league and what you watch as a fan moved up a spot.
Well, how about the job Mike Brown has done and the offense that's being played in Sacramento?
And that's really helped this guy right here, Hardaway. Nails another 3 with 7 for 9 last night.
He can run hot and cold as a shooter. The hot faucet is on right now, Beth Mullins.
Hernan Gomez tried to wrap it underneath. Hardaway, just to set the table for you the rest of the night, 76% from outside the arc since the All-Star break as Doncic goes inside for the deuce.
Usually mistake-free, coming off a night where he had a lot of turnover, CJ. For him, he had 4. But remember, he's dealing with a little bit of a thumb injury.
Powell, pretty feed from Doncic.
Trying to get to that. He's done it 3 straight times.
Luka, the no-look. Powell with the flush. Timeout, Pelicans.
But 60 games, Stan Van Gundy is the coach, so that meant you were practicing on the days you were available to practice. And, you know, load management's different things at different times. Pretty finish, Beth. Obviously, elite defensively, I've said it. Look at the pressure.
It's on Doncic.
But he's an exceptional cutter, Beth. He can get to the offensive window. He's relentless with his effort.
Doncic.
That's just brilliant offense, so you don't get disturbed, or it didn't look like it was showing that official up, so I'm assuming it was the content.
Luka, the fade baseline, high arcer won't go. Getting ready to go. We got a 20-20 ball game, just under 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. Doncic, a little slow motion to the rim. Every game's going to count down the stretch. Dallas, as Doncic hangs and gets back to the free throw line. Well, how many of those will feature Luka Doncic, and how many of those might feature John Morant, who has sat out the last 2 games? And the Grizz have fallen down a notch in the standings. Losers of 3 in a row. Ron and Karl Anthony Towns, a couple of others.
And you noted but Willie Green was saying, I've never seen the standings look like this.
They are piled up. Doncic sidesteps for 3 and knocks it down. Najee Marshall. That won't go. That won't go. Weak side board for Luka.
It just doesn't feel like New Orleans has enough three-point shooting. You have guys that can make shots at times, but the 2 guys...
Finals, so now the expectations are elevated. But they can get back there again with this dynamic backcourt. Doncic stepping away and up. Hardaway back to Luka. Tipped back outside. Holiday will try. They open up the night tied for 10th, which would be that final play-in spot. Looking for a foul, no whistle. Irving. Oh, another tough shot gets it to go.
1:33 left in the first. He's 3 for 10. Mr. Herb Jones is doing Herb Jones type things tonight, Beth Mullins.
Yeah, Luka's 0 for 3 so far in the quarter, but he will go back to the free throw line.
This guy is going to get his. He's too individually gifted, smart, talented, savvy, name it. Herb Jones up in pressure again.
Doncic off the glass, no. Final 2 minutes of the half, the turnover. Dallas with numbers. Luka Hardaway gets the lay-in.
That's that tempo.
Watch out for Denver, by the way, to go on a tear. They've won 4 in a row, and they've got a light load the next 2 weeks in terms of the level of competition.
Herb Jones up in pressure again.
Doncic off the glass, no.
She was the first one to see it.
That's huge, at 23 points per game, even higher recently. Cassidy? More now from Cassidy.
Yeah, guys, I now have an update. Brandon Ingram did test it out at half, and he says it didn't feel good, so he is out for the remainder of the game with a right ankle injury now. Guys?
So Brandon had 12 points on 5 for 8 shooting, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. And Beth, not only, I mean, that's
before they even take another look at him play. Doncic, his first basket since the first quarter, and he points over the sideline as he limps up the floor.
You can attack one-on-one against his own. You just have to target that defender.
Oh, pretty feed. Doncic to Powell, and a timeout, Pelicans. Herb Jones off the mark. Doncic slings it out to Hardaway. Can they get him going? There it is.
See how deep he's getting in the paint. Now, he wanted his vertical threat at the rim. And look at this individual defense, the toughness, the battle.
Forces Luka away. And